Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. All hail Papa fucking Swole.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack.
Dirty.
100 in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending.
Get it.
Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full
Come on.
sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the base smacking.
Yeah. Get those fucking alerts.
3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Thinking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the
What
Louis
up,
bag.
Boosh?
Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up, no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget has big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
We're about to get ready, fam. Make sure you come on in, say hello, drop some comentarios. Yo.
Yeah, let's go.
What up, you booshes?
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the base
We are ready
smacking.
to get
Waves, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Thinking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown.
All right, here we go. What up, Leanne, Daniel, Sonia? Hello.
Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending.
Let's
Big
do
facts,
it.
no pretending. We back on the
Fitness sin bullshitio.
The sun is shining, the
It's
birds
Spanish
are chirping,
for sick
the
days.
bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testicles, testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 956 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast. Oh yeah, and the taintcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Hashtag underscore. So try to look that up. What up? You can go to .com for more details. What is going on, Booshes, on the Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, everywhere they like to make the sick fucking gains. Papa Swolio will find you. I will find you. I will hunt you down, hold you down, and ensure that you make sick fucking gains, even against your will. I will make sure that you make sick gains against your will, whether you like it or not. Just by tuning in, I know where you live. I am sourcing your IP address, and I'm going to hunt you down and make you get yoked. Okay, just in case that's not true. However, maybe the audio will be just enough. Maybe it'll be just enough to inspire you to do it on your own. Save me the time and the energy, because that's going to be a lot of travel. Not down with that. What is up, everyone? Welcome to 956. I hope you're enjoying the podcast, the Slamcast. Got a bunch of updates that I want to make announcements on, new content releases all over the place. We're going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to show you a couple things. So those of you that are on Instagram, you're going to miss the visuals on a couple of these points, but I'm going to tell you where to find it. So those of you that are watching and streaming on YouTube and Facebook, you guys will get to see this. So brand new YouTube video, brand new driving while gaining. Tis the season, everyone. Did you know that it's the season? Did you know that 'tis the season? Were you aware of this? Well, I was. It's really a blur, honestly. Seasons down here in Florida are a blur. It's always nice. It gets a little bit chillier sometimes, so it's hard to tell whether it's November, December. That's why life in Florida goes really fast in many cases, because there's no difference. Every day is the same, which really helps for staying consistent, because you get a lot of consistency, which is nice. However, it is the season for many people, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas. But let's talk from a commercial aspect. Let's talk from a Christmas aspect. And those of you that are in the news or listen to bullshit that's going on in the world, I get a lot of stuff funneled my way. Obviously, I got my finger on the pulse. I got my bicep on the pulse of the world. I just have the world in the crux of my biceps. So I know the deal. I know what's going down. I know the latest and the greatest. And the latest and the greatest bullshit is this movement to make Santa Claus gender neutral or a woman. Now, I'm not going to voice my personal opinion here. That's why I make driving while gaining episodes. If you have never seen a driving while gaining episode, the only thing that I can say is earmuffs. If you are sensitive to language, do not watch my driving while gaining series on YouTube. If you are sensitive to any kind of topics, do not watch my driving while gaining series on YouTube. If you do not like high energy shit, do not watch my driving while gaining videos on YouTube. If you like awesome fucking things, I highly recommend you watch my driving while gaining series on YouTube. So go check it out. It's at Swolenormous. You can see the swipe up links and find them in my profile. It's in my highlights, also in my Instagram bio. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And yeah, the driving while gaining series, those are the ones where I fucking go in the car and I just and I rage. I'm hyped up. I'm on my way to the gym and I fucking go nuts on different topics, all sorts of things. Fitness based, sometimes just life based, but go check it out. Brand new drop. It dropped today, this morning at 11, so it's only a couple hours old. So definitely go check it out. I think it's funny, it's real, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So drop them in the comments below the YouTube video. Not here, you crazy beaches. So that's new. What's also new is a brand new workout on the gain train. So what I'm going to do is I want to pull that up for a moment before we get into the main meat, the bee's knees, the nits and tits of this episode. So I want to bring that up on the screen because what I want to do is show you where you can find this amazing content, 100% free, by the way. So if you are looking for workouts, okay, if you're looking for exclusive content, And this is no joke because I'm not posting this everywhere. You know, some people that are on my private mailing list, you're on my Messenger, the Daily Swole Club list, you'll get this content in different forms as well. But it's not always the same stuff everywhere. That's why it's important to follow me in different places, because I post a lot of similar content, but I break it down in different places, in different methods, and different ways, because different types of content are consumed better in different places, right? So it's better to watch a DWG on YouTube than it is in Facebook Messenger, for example. So that's where you go for that. But here on the Gain Train blog, let me just bring this up super quick. This is the homepage for Swolenormous X. So if you're watching live, I'm streaming this. So this is the homepage, is what it looks like. And of course, if you go to the homepage and you're not a member, you're not going to see all the things at the top. You're not going to see the yoga studio. You're not going to see the kitchen, the master class, and all the instructional videos, but you will see the Gain Train blog, the podcast, and the apparel links. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the top. If you're on mobile, it's going to be on that hamburger pull down menu. And then what you're going to do is you go over here to Gain Train blog. You click on Gain Train blog, and then boom. And this is literally a blog, and it's organized. This is obviously a desktop version, so you're going to have to scroll down if you want to get to the recent posts and you want to get to the categories. But you have all these different categories, all these workouts and articles and different things are segmented by topic. So you can look up something by glutes, by legs, by advanced, beginner, intermediate. You can look something up by nutrition. You can look up something just general. If it's a general inspirational or strategic or time management post, you can go and look it up there. And you'll see different articles. You'll see ones on inflammation. You'll see a couple on the most recent ones on glute activation, 5 things that are holding you back, chest day, inner focused, fat food, foods that make you fat, beginner total body workout, chest and back volume, blah, blah, blah. You have it all here on the Gain Train. So as much as I do tons of content everywhere, you have a lot of stuff here on the Gain Train. I'm always adding to it, and you can search it. So if you go over here on the Gain Train, look in the right-hand corner, on mobile, it's going to be at the bottom. But if you go over here to categories and you see advanced, arms, back, beginner, chest, you see all these different categories. Let's say, for example, we click on glutes, because glutes is a new one. You click on glutes, and then you're going to have the posts that pull up that are tagged glutes. So you're going to get all the posts that are specifically glutes. So you have glute activation, you have a glute smash, and this is the one I wanted to talk about because I just posted this yesterday. And you'll see on the Gain Train, you have the breakdown of the workout. It'll be tagged advanced, intermediate, depending. But just so you know, if it's advanced and it's based on volume because it's advanced, you can always cut it down. You don't have to do 5 sets. If I do 5 sets, you could do 2 sets. You could do fucking 1 set. So a lot of times when I talk about advanced, and this is what doesn't get discussed enough, volume is very, very experience-based. Your body has been exposed to a lot of stress. If you just go to the gym for the first time and you do 30 sets, you're going to be in the fucking hospital. You're going to get rhabdo. You're going to, not necessarily, but you're going to beat the shit out of yourself and you're going to be crippled. So this is for people that have exposed their body to a lot of overload consistently for a long time, usually months or years in the trenches. So I'll have the workout, I have the whole warm-up, I have the actual breakdown, and then I have the training gifts where you can actually see what exercise I'm referring to. So you have all this here on the Gain Train blog. It's 100,000% free. If you could do anything that's more than 100%, it's 100% free. And I'm adding to it all the time. We have some articles and content from some Swolenormous X members, some personal trainers and fitness pros that are part of the community that are adding articles and content. So it's great shit. And it's free. Gain Train blog. All you got to do is go to swolenormousx.com, click on Gain Train, the Gain Train blog, and you can get access to it right there. And the Glute Smash is the latest edition, and it's a great leg workout that really focuses on glutes, 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 glutes. So I would really love if you went, checked it out, and then let me know how you feel the next couple days, how hard it was for you to get off the toilet. Interested, would like to know, would love to know. So that being said, let's get into today's topic. How are we doing? All right. Oh, you love the Gain Train? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Miyagi say thank you. The leg activation videos are shit. Thank you, Atlas. Good. So there's going to be more. There'll be more of those things. There'll be more content and more types of workouts, of course, different areas, upper, lower, push, pull, different things that filter out. And this is very, very similar. It's just to get your your taste buds, let you see what it takes and what you can accomplish with the type of training that we talk about here in the Daily Swole. So it's really the embodiment of what we discuss here. And it's very, very similar. It's kind of like a little preview of what is inside Swolenormous X. So we've had a bunch of people that signed up. So welcome to all the new members. But if you're interested in even more workouts and programs and full yoga classes in the yoga studio, full recipes, all this stuff times 100, you can check out the membership options at swolenormousx.com as well. So you can find everything there, the podcast links. I'll also embed podcasts into some of these articles. So if they're contextual and it's about a certain topic, you'll get linked to throwback episodes on YouTube. You'll get all sorts of stuff. So it's a great place to give you a lot of old school content and make it new again, bring it back, things you might not have seen before. So it's really cool. So that being said, let's jump into the main focus for today's episode, which is dun 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 dun, dun Papa Swole making sick fucking gains. I'm making gains. I'm getting yoked. I like that. I like the Superman yoked song. We haven't really done that too much. We need more of that. The leg activation video. People are loving that. You guys love the glute stuff. Love the glute stuff. What up? What up? Okay. The title of this episode is Your Biggest Mistake. Now, what do I mean by your biggest mistake? Well, I get thousands of messages, like every single week. I'm going through hundreds a day. I'm always going through. And when I take a message from those of you that send me a message, a DM on Instagram or on Facebook, it's not just, okay, bye, hi, bye. I like to get more information. I know it's hard for me to get to them. I go through as many as I can. I try to keep the conversation going and learn more. I'm not just trying to do a one-off like, hey, go here. Hey, go here. If there is an article or something that will help you, I like to send you there because it can go more in depth and it saves everyone time, right? If I have an answer or someplace to send you, I'm going to send you there, which is another reason why the Gain Train blog is very effective because it goes into depth in a lot of these topics. When it comes to getting to know you and what you need to focus on, this is why I do what I do. This is what Swolenormous X is all about. This is what Swolenormous is all about. It's what the Daily Swole is all about. It's about getting to the root of what's really going to make a difference in your life, what's really going to make a difference with your training. And that has nothing to do, really. I shouldn't say it has nothing to do. Of course, it has something to do with physical, but we've been talking about how training is mental. Your physical training is mental. That's why the mental game is so important, because it's a lot more mental than you've probably ever thought about before. And my goal and the pressure that I constantly put on all of my content is to deliver it with the most common denominator. You guys remember your mathematics? Remember the least or the most common denominator? You try to make every fraction the same so you can do shit with them, whatever the fuck. Think how much of a waste of time was all that math? How much of a waste of fucking time was all that stuff? Right? My God. All you gotta do is ask Alexa now, and she knows. You don't need to do this stuff. So you try to find the most common thread and the most common theme between everyone. So I hear and I see and I read and I discuss with so many people, and it gives me a lot of insight onto what is going to make the biggest difference in your fitness, because a lot of you are the same. Even if you don't ask the question, you're similar to the person that's messaging me on Facebook or on Snapchat. We're all very similar, but we're all very different. But there's a common theme that usually pops out depending on the different topic. And that's what this episode is inspired by, a theme that keeps on arising and arising and arising. And it's one of those things that isn't necessarily physical. It's not, you all are not getting results because you're not activating your glutes enough. Meh. Which is probably actually also true. It's very important for everyone to have activated glutes and to do that. But I would not say that not activating your glutes is the reason why you're not losing weight. It's not the reason why you're not making progress, right? Because for some of you, it's going to be nutrition. For some of you, it's going to be mobility, which the glutes would apply. For some of you, hey, I'm trying to figure out how to bulk. It's not necessarily a glute specific issue. It's important. I think we know that. But what is going to help the most of you? What is the most common factor? And believe it or not, it usually comes back to mental. It's usually psychological. It's usually how you're approaching your training from the neck up. It always comes down to that. That's why I keep pressing on that shit so hard, because it always comes back to that. Always. It's always coming back to something that you're not thinking about it right. You're getting too impatient. You're not focusing on the right things. here is a common theme that I want to lay on you. Here is something that's been really, really showing and rearing its head from all these conversations I've been having in the past couple days. First off, when you ask a question and I give an answer and you start to realize what you have to work on, whether it is glute activation, whether it is focusing on what you're eating rather than counting your calories and macros and micro measuring, whenever you have that information, okay, I need to focus on this. What a lot of you do is you follow that up with asking, okay, but what do I do after that? And it comes from a good place, but I want to explain. What happens is you get an answer or you have a good approach. For example, I need to improve, I have shoulder pain or my ankle hurts. What should I be doing? And I say, well, you need to work on mobility. I would start with practicing yoga, getting involved with meditation, getting involved with that kind of stuff. And then everyone's like, okay, cool. But what should I do after that? And then, I tell them and we continue the conversation, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you're asking about what you should be doing next when you're not even fucking doing what I just said you should be doing. You're not even doing step 1 or step 2. Who gives a fuck about step 3, 4, or 5? And I'm seeing this common trend more and more in different ways. It's 50 shades of your own mental fuckery. You're just literally brain fucking yourself. You're worried about what happens next when you haven't even figured out what happens after step 1. Maybe step 1 is all you need. Maybe you start practicing yoga and that is the game changer and you don't fucking need a step 3. You can move on to a different thing and get back onto your fucking pony. It's amazing where our brain goes once we get information. It's always, well, what about after that? Well, what about after that? Who gives a shit? You haven't even done the first fucking step. You're getting ahead. Exactly, Patrick. You're getting ahead of yourself. You're 5 steps ahead. You haven't even taken the first fucking step. Everyone's worried about having a program like, yeah, but I want to do 100 pull-ups. Yeah, but I want to run a marathon. You're still on the couch eating Doritos. You haven't even started fucking working out. What do you care about a marathon? Everyone worries about losing 100 pounds. Everyone worries about losing 50 pounds. Everyone worries about losing 25 pounds. Everyone's always worried about the finish line, about what they're going to get. Well, you aren't going to get shit unless you put in the fucking work. You're worried about the next move when you haven't even done the first one. Okay? You're worried about having the perfect program when you haven't even started working out. You don't even know what a program is. You don't even know what exercise is and proper exercise is. How do you know what to compare? How do you know a good program when you see one? You've never done one before. How do you know if yoga works or not if you've never done it? How do you know if it's going to work for you when you've done it for a week? You've been banging your body up for 20 or 30 years. You think a week or a month of yoga is going to be a life changer? It will, but it's just going to show you how much more work you have to do. You have to undo all this shit, and sometimes that takes years. Yeah, I don't care about scaring you. Sometimes it takes years to undo the tightness, the stiffness, and the fucking emotional damage that is built up physically within your body. It takes a long time to undo all that shit because you're not just in a fucking vacuum bubble doing yoga and doing mobility. You're still exercising. You're still sitting down at work. You're still stiffening yourself up. You're just adding something to fight what you've been doing this whole time. It's not like all of a sudden you're only doing yoga and you're just doing pure mobility and your body is just becoming so supple. You have to reverse serious chronic damage. And I just see over and over again, no matter what the topic is, it's just this: what's next? What's next? What am I going to do next? What then? But then what am I going to do? But then what am I going to do? Well, I don't fucking know. Why don't you try this first? Okay. Put 110% effort into this, and then we can discuss what's going to happen next. You don't know where you're going to be in 5 years. I didn't know where I was going to be 3 years ago. I didn't know I was going to be in this situation. Everything was going to look the same way. People ask me, well, how'd you get started? How'd you get started with all your stuff? I just did. I didn't wait for the perfect fucking camera. I didn't save up money and buy an expensive microphone and all this stuff. If you go and watch some of my previous, I just started doing my shit. I just started putting my information out there. I just started making videos. I just started editing. It sucked. I just started doing it. And I did it over and over, and I still do it over and over and over again, just like exercise. I started working out. I didn't know what I was doing. I made tons of mistakes. I did tons of things that I look back and like, I would never do that now. But guess what? I never would have learned that if I didn't start. If you're waiting for something perfect, it's an excuse to not start. If you're waiting for, oh, but I don't know what's going to happen after that, so I'm not going to start this because I'm concerned. I don't know what's next. That's an excuse to not do work now. Be putting in that kind of effort. Start doing something. You have technology on your fucking hand. I always tell you to Google something. You can come to me. You can ask me a question. You can go to swolenormousx.com and get tons of fucking information. You can join my site to get all the stuff I talk about, or you can go on Google and YouTube and search for it. You have no excuse not to be able to. When you say, oh, I can't afford it, okay, there's free shit out there. Go look for it. Oh, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to trust. Then fucking pick something. Then make a sacrifice and pay for something that you know is good, or go and fucking do something. Try it. See if it works. Yeah, you can't be afraid of the effort. Can't be afraid of trying something. Can't be afraid of moving forward. If you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen, and no one's going to do it for you. But you can't worry about what happens next until you put the fucking effort in today. It's a very, very big problem. And it's ubiquitous in its nature. It's everywhere. It's this subtle, oh, I can't, or that's hard. Oh, that's going to take this. That's going to take all that. Yes, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to hurt. It's going to be a struggle. You're not going to want to do it. Yeah, it's all those things that you are anticipating and you're anxious about. It's all of that. It's absolutely all of that. You're not going to want to go. That's, again, when I talk about training. Everyone's concerned, yeah, but I never feel like going. How do I inspire myself? You slap yourself in the face, realize you think that enjoyment and excitement and fun is the standard. You think that's the fucking status quo at the gym. No, it's the opposite. It's miserable. It's not fun. You're not going to want to go. It's hard work. It hurts. Yeah, it's all of those things. Let that be your standard. Expect that and then fucking do it. It's not going to be fun. It's not a movie. It's not a vacation. It's work. You're going to put in work. That's why it's called work. So if you make that your standard and you make that your norm, then that's it. You've answered all your questions. You've quashed all those issues. Well, it's so hard and I don't enjoy it. I don't like the music. Put some fucking headphones on and go to work. Shut up. Fuck your gym music. Put some headphones on. They're practically free. Just put it on. So, yeah, you can enjoy it. It's fine, but people assume that it's supposed to be entertaining or entertainment. That's why all these gyms, group exercise gyms, CrossFit, all these boot camp type things, they try to make it fun. You do all these things like, I'm going to push a sled, I'm going to lift a ball, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do my team workout, this. It's random exercise. It's just doing things. That's why people end up hitting their head against the wall and not getting results, because you start getting some kind of general results. Nothing's customized to you. You're not really learning any proper skills. You're not learning proper program progression. You're not really learning things because you're in a 30, 40, 50 person group atmosphere, and everyone just, and you kind of, it's hit or miss. Sometimes you get results, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get hurt. And people wonder why they don't get amazing results, because you're not doing it yourself. You're not focusing on you. You're not customizing your life around what you need. You're looking for entertainment. You're looking for fun. You're looking for that type of camaraderie and a team more than I'm looking for progress. I'm looking for growth. I'm looking to move forward. I'm not saying you can't do that with working out in that type of group atmosphere. You can, but it's kind of like nutrition and dieting. You have 1,000 people do a keto diet. You might have half the people love it, half the people, or 25% of the people fucking hate it, and 25% of the people, not for me. So it's a shotgun approach. It's not individualized, not customized. It's not really directed towards you. And it doesn't teach you how to train yourself. And I think that's where a lot of these group classes and these group situations really fall short, is that it doesn't teach you how to be disciplined on your own. It doesn't teach you how to do it on your own. You have to get up in your own fucking head and you have to take out the trash. You have to get in your own fucking head and you need to clean house. And if you're doing it in a group and you need 20 people to inspire you, you're fundamentally fucked, because you can't do it on your own. You're weakening yourself by depending on other people and that kind of energy. You weaken yourself by needing good music to work out. You're weakening yourself by needing other people, your gym partner or a group of people to work out. You're weakening yourself by needing a class or a structure. You need to be figuring this stuff out yourself. And it's not necessarily going to be easy or exciting, but it's going to give you the tools to succeed in many, many different areas of your life, not just fitness. And that's what people are losing because they're looking for that entertainment because it feels easier. It's distracting. It distracts you from the work. Now, people look at that and they think, oh, it's helping me train harder. No, it's distracting your brain from what it should be focusing on. You should be focusing on the pain. You should be focusing on the burn. You should be focusing on the struggle. You should feel every fucking moment of your muscles. You should be completely involved in everything you're doing in the moment, not trying to zone out and, oh, listen to some music and that way I can just get the work done. That's not helping build anything inside. It's not building that strength within. It's just distracting you from what you're doing. So we trick ourselves into thinking we're getting motivated and amped up by being around all these people and listening to this music where you really need to be completely absorbed in what you're doing. You need to be completely submerged and drowning in the work and the effort because that's what's going to build you up and never, like what happens when your gym shuts down? What happens when your friends can't make it? What happens when blah, 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 or you go and you travel? You're fucked. You're out. I don't know what to do. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, what should I eat? Oh my God. It's like depending on someone to cook all your food. It's okay to get your meals prepared. It's okay to have someone cook your food, but you better know how to fucking do it yourself. You got to have skin in the game. You have to be involved. You have to do it. I do everything myself with my business. I mean, I do it all myself. I want help. I want to bring people on, but I like to have my hands in it because it keeps me disciplined. It keeps me connected. It keeps me, when you guys get messages from me, it's from me. It's from me, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or email, it's from me. I'm typing it out. I'm writing it out. I'm answering. I'm looking at your messages at 4:00 in the morning. I'm doing all of it. It's important to know what you're doing. It's important to be what you're doing. And when you're in the gym, understand why you're there and what you're trying to accomplish. And when you shift your training from the physical to the mental, and you put more stock in what you're getting psychologically more than physically, you start looking at your training differently. It's not about whether or not you're lifting 5 more pounds. It's whether or not you're pushing psychologically past that limit and building that building that resolve that is going to carry you through many, many more workouts. How do you think you progressively overload your body? How do you think you push harder? By strengthening the mind. And the next time your mind is going to be like, I'm not going to do fucking 20 reps for drop sets. When yesterday I did 20, or last time I did 20 reps and thought I was going to die and I didn't fucking die. Well, today I'm going to do 30. And you start pushing yourself harder and you start unlocking different aspects of your physical capacity. By strengthening the mind, you're going to get more out of your body. And guess what? It's more overload. And then boom, you get more results. So everything has to be one thing. And everything has to be progressing and everything has to be moving in the right direction. But when you do your training properly, you are strengthening the mind. You're progressively overloading the mind. You're showing the mind that, oh, the body will survive. Oh, this won't kill me. Oh, this doesn't destroy me. Oh, I do get stronger. Oh, I am getting better. Oh, I could do all this and feel like I'm going to break, but I don't break. Oh, now, well, let's see if this is going to break me, right? You know how to push yourself. You learn. So that's, instead of worrying about what's next, you have to earn what's now. You have to work on building yourself, building the brain. Build it, build it, build it, build it. Can't be slacking. Can't be slacking. Don't get distracted. Don't lose touch with what is actually going on in the gym. And a lot of people are losing touch. They're completely out of touch with what you're actually working on when you're in your gym, when you're in the gym, when you're training. Don't worry about the next thing. Don't worry about the next thing. Stop looking at, okay, what's going to happen next and what's going to happen next. It's not about goal setting. It's not about having your vision or your vision board or whatever bullshit. It's about doing what you have to do now and crushing it and doing it 110% and experiencing all of it and doing it yourself. I don't think that anyone should be working out with a partner. I do not think you should be training with someone else. I do not think that helps anyone. I've done it before. I really train by myself. Anytime I train with someone else, it's never quite as good. You need to get in your own head. If you've never trained by yourself. So those of you that train by yourself, you know this. If you've never, and drop in the comments now, do you train alone or do you train with someone else? If you've never trained alone or you've always done stuff with a personal trainer, you've always done stuff in group exercise, apologize if I cost people business, you need to train on your own. I'm telling you, if you really want to make gains, if you really want to see progress, if you really want to take your shit to the next level, you need to train by yourself. You need to do it on your own. You need to get in your own head and stop letting your mind fuck you over. Stop letting someone else make decisions for you. Stop letting someone else let you know when you're done. They don't feel what you feel. They don't know what you know. They're not in your head. They're not in your body. You need to do it yourself. You need to do it yourself. Do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. If you really want true fucking results, anyone that's gotten huge and seen tons of progress, they've done it themselves. Doesn't mean you can't have a coach. Doesn't mean you're not with someone once in a while, but I'm saying yourself. If you're not training on your own, most people that have seen a ton of progress have done the majority of it on their own in terms of physical training, like doing it themselves, doing the work themselves. I'm not saying don't use a spotter when you need a fucking spotter. Don't be an idiot. But you know what I'm saying. I hope you know what I'm saying. That no one sets the pace for you. You're not slowing yourself down or speeding yourself up based on someone else's word. That's a huge pitfall of personal training and always will be, because the personal trainer, as much as they try to know you, as much as you might know each other, they are never going to feel and know exactly what you need or how hard you can push. And that's why people either push too hard or they don't push hard enough, because they're not you. It's impossible. It's the weirdest fucking situation, trying to push someone. And people ask me, well, how do I know if I'm working hard enough? It's hard to say. How do I know? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not you. I don't know what you feel. No one in history has ever known what someone else feels. Isn't that weird? Like, no one in history of the universe has ever been in someone else's body and felt what they felt and know, like, what I feel when I'm in the gym, when I feel what I'm training. I don't know how everyone else feels it. I think everyone feels it differently. You have to. It's perception. So when I feel that burn, I mean, you're going to feel it too, but it might feel differently for you. It's going to. Why wouldn't it? You're a different person. So you can't set a limit for someone else or assume someone else's limit just because they don't have as much muscle. Maybe they have 5-10 times the mental fortitude and they could push so much harder. But you don't want to hurt them. Like, let's say as a trainer, you don't want to push them too hard, because what if they get too sore and they can't come back? What if they get injured and they sue you? What if so you're always kind of erring on the side of caution. When you're training yourself, you can push yourself till you fucking feel like you're going to bleed out the eyes. And if you get hurt, you get hurt, but it's on you. It's your responsibility. So if you take full responsibility for your training and for pushing yourself, and when you push yourself, it's not when someone's saying 2 more, come on, push, 2, and like, oh, what a great workout. No. When you are in your own head, and you're telling yourself, no, 5 more, shut the fuck up, you pussy, do it. And you push yourself past that point that you thought was possible, but you did it yourself from within. That is absolutely priceless. You cannot put a price on that. You will always hold that so dear to your heart. That is earning it. And it's 1,000 times different. It's a different universe. When you push yourself past the point when your body and everything in your soul is telling you to quit, and you don't quit and you keep moving and you do it yourself. Not someone else is pushing you. You're not in a boot camp and, wow, that was a hard workout. Someone kept on telling me to do it and I did what they said. No. You do it yourself. You do it to yourself. It's a completely different workout, and I guarantee you'll make more progress that way. Guaranteed. You'll build more muscle. You'll lose more fat, because that mental growth and that mental strength that you build is absolutely fucking priceless. So it's Tuesday. Go fucking get it. Go check out the Gain Train blog. Go check out the brand new drop on YouTube. Go do everything. And I'll see you all tomorrow for episode 957 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, Slaycast, an absolute fucking mancast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow for 957. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swole. Oh, out.